Hello, welcome to a Adalo tutorial. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the editor today. So I'm going to be going over some key aspects like the left-hand panel over here, your app switcher, and the canvas, and also your settings within your Adalo platform. So to start, we'll start with the canvas. The canvas is what has all of your screens, and the screens have all of the different types of components on there, and components are basically just items you can add to your screen and you can edit to perform different actions or input data into your app. So to start with the left hand panel, the first option you have is this big plus sign over here. So when you click on that, you have add component and add screen option. So when you stay in the add components section, get the most used first. So you have text, buttons, simple list, app bar, image, and form. And then you have these other areas that are nested in different categories here. So you have navigation, which you have a tab bar and an app bar. You have a list category, which you have a bunch of different types of lists, where the horizontal type list, image list, simple list, and custom list. And then you have the button section with 4 different types of buttons here, a standard button, an action button that kind of floats in the bottom corner of your screen, and then you have a icon and a toggle. Under the simple, you have more of the design aspect of components. You have like a set text, image, an ellipse, rectangle, line, and a vector, and also a web view. And then moving on from there, you have different forms and fields. So these forms and fields are different ways of inputting data or filtering, lists or data on your screen. So you have a form, text input, date picker, drop-down menu, file picker, and image picker, and also a location input as well. And then from there, you can explore the marketplace as well. So in the marketplace, you have a bunch of different free components as well as premium components. The premium components are made by third-party developers, and they add their components on here for you to purchase. And it's a one-time purchase. You can get these components and then use them freely within your app on that specific team that you added the components on. So there are a lot more options here. Under free, you can just install these and add them to your list. Once they are installed, you'll see them under the installed list here, and then you'll be able to freely use these at any time. You can also search for any type of component at the very top where it says search components, and I can say image list, and then there we go, we got our image list. It's a quick and easy way to search for anything that you need under the components tab there. And then moving on to the add screen option, there's a bunch of different types of screens you have here. There's different templates that you can use as far as also, categorize in different types. So you have like a simple screen there, an info screen to display different, data after clicking on something, an intro screen, which is kind of like the screens you see here already, like a welcome screen, a login screen, sign up screen, an onboarding screen. And you have different types of lists, a simple list, card list, multiple lists, like you want to do list by status, list with a search box, also a custom list as well. And then miscellaneous, you have a modal, chat, left nav, and this one is a custom one that you can create. So you can actually save your own templates in here and add pictures. I just didn't add a picture for this one. That's why it's not showing one there. So yeah, so that's your plus icon on the side panel. And then moving on from there, you have the branding. Branding is basically just how you want your app to look, the different colors. Yeah, you can change the primary color, and it happens in real time. So if I change this color to like a reddish color, then all of my primary colors will change with the app. And then also for the secondary color, I can do that as well and change that. And you also can change your default background and text color as well. You can also choose from a bunch of different types of fonts. Adalo uses Google fonts, So you can search the font name here for any type of Google font that you're looking for, and you can change the heading default font and also the body font as well. And you can change that throughout the app as you move along. Then for screens, this is how you can select different screens, and when you select them, because you know information on that screen itself. And this is a good way to be able to find screens, which you have a lot of screens within your app. As you see, as I hover over these, it highlights it in yellow. So once I have a lot of screens in here, if I want to find something, it'll highlight it for me, and I can go and click in and find that screen. And then you have the database. So the database is just how all the information is stored in your app, and you can use this information to display different data on your screen, also to input data into your app as well. And then you have the settings, which is where you're going to change like your app name, your app icon, which team it's on, the app access to be able to add users to your app. So you can add a team member here as well. And then you also have your copy and delete options. So you can copy this app or you can delete it. And also you can add your API keys for your Google Maps API there. And then beneath that, you have publish. So under publish, this is how you're going to be able to publish to the app stores. And then you can also publish to a progressive web app as well. This would be like a URL that your users can access your app through. And then you have analytics. Show you some basic analytics here as far as like what screens your users have accessed, along with like your total signups and devices and user location as well. Then you have version history, which version history is basically you can save all of the design aspects of your app, all the components and the screens and exactly how it's set up. You can save different versions. And then when you save those versions and you try something different, you can always go back and restore the previous version like it was set up before. So great tool to use there. And then at the very top of your screen, you have which switch between apps, your app switcher. So we're on Floss Tech team here, and I can switch between different apps that I'm a part of, or I can create a new app here as well. And then over here, you have the option to preview your apps. You can preview whatever you've created in real time. So when you click on that, you can preview it and then change also like screen size. You can choose different screen sizes based on which types of phones will be using your app. And then you have the share option, which is going to share a link that you can give to somebody to be able to test your app out without giving them, editor access to your app. And then you have your different teams. So you can switch between different teams here that you're a part of, and also access the settings for a team here as well. All right, so yeah, that is pretty much it as far as the editor goes. Stay tuned for more. We're going to be diving into all the different types of components and how to set up different flows and a bunch of different things like that. Just stay tuned. Go ahead and subscribe so you can get the latest videos when they come out. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.